Everyone, welcome back. So I just finished filming this look. We have a smoky eye going on with a neutral pink lip. I really like this look. I think it's great for fall, winter. You could really do this year round, but it has a lot of warm colors in the crease. So I think it's really geared more towards fall or winter. It's pretty simple to do. There is a lot of blending in the crease, but other than that, easy peasy. And then I put a nice highlight shade on the lower lash line. I actually used this MAC Studio Finish face powder, but it's in gold. This is awesome for highlighting. This is awesome to put everywhere. I used it on the eyes, and I also used it to highlight everywhere on my face. I put it on the bridge of my nose, and it just gives a nice sheen. I think if you're really fair, this may not be good for you because it might look a little ashy, but if you have a warm skin tone, or if you're deep, or if you're darker than myself, or even if you're a bit lighter than me, this would look great. And you need very little of it. I just got this. I've had this for at least 2 years. So if they still have this available, since I did get this so long ago, I'll link it down below. If not, I'll put a little note somewhere on the screen that it's no longer available. But there's plenty of dupes you can use for this, and I'll link that down below too. You don't have to have this. I just wanted to tell you guys about this because I don't think I've ever used this on my channel. I don't think I've ever mentioned it. I love this. It's been lasting me forever, and the highlight is looking good. So let's go ahead and jump into it. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started. I must first have my tea. I always drink tea before I'm filming. When I'm filming, I drink tea all the time. So I'm going to first start with taping the sides, the corners of my eyes, because I just want this look to be nice and precise. I don't always do this, but when I want a sharp line, I will use the tape trick. Now I'm just going in with my Urban Decay Primer Potion to prime my eyes. If you've seen any of my makeup tutorials, you know I do this all the time. More tea. I have to do that step because I'm very oily and my eyeshadow will crease very easily, so it's a must for me. Now I'm going in with a fluffy crease brush, and I'm using this deep purple shade from the Boardwalk Boozing palette. It's from Wet n Wild. I believe that is limited edition, so all you want is just a nice deep warm purple. You don't want it to be like a deep royal purple, kind of with a hint of pink in it, but you know, it's makeup. You can use whatever color you want in the crease. I just wanted it to be a little brighter in the crease and darker on the lid. So I'm just taking my time blending that out. I'm using a blending brush, and I'm being very messy because you have the tape, and that's the point of using the tape. It just makes it easy. You can go all the way to the corner of your lid. And now I'm going into the Morphe 35B palette, and I'm taking this deep purple color, and I'm just blending that on top of that lighter color. So I really wanted kind of like a gradient effect in the eye, in the crease, I mean. So what I wanted is that if I turned one way or I turned another way, that you see a dimension of a light purple or a light pink or a dark purple. So you're going to see that I'm going to be doing a lot of blending of colors in the crease. I think I used a total of 3 colors in the crease, and I really wanted to pack it on. It's not showing up on camera as much as it did in real life. It was really packed on there. So I'm starting with the lighter colors, and then I'm building up that deep purple in the crease. Now I'm going back into that same palette, and I'm using a more of a like pinky purple color, and I'm putting that also in the crease, kind of on the bottom of the crease. So we had that light purple, dark purple, and now we have that light pinkish purple in the crease. So I really wanted like a purple pinkish hue in the crease, and then we're going to put some smoke on the lid. So I'm just taking my time to blend this out. I didn't want to cut too much of this out because I wanted to show you guys how much time I actually spent on blending. I mean, let's get real. I actually spent a lot more time on blending, but if I left all that in, this video would be about 22 minutes long. So just take your time here, blend. You can be kind of messy. You're just blending these together, and that is what the tape is for. Going in with this L'Oreal Infallible Internal Black shadow. I love the L'Oreal Infallible shadows. They're some of my favorite drugstore eyeshadows. I want every color right now. I think I only have about 5. There's a couple more I need. I'm packing this all over the lid. So I added the color in the crease, and this is where we're putting this, excuse me. This is where we're putting the smokiness. I'm talking too fast. I'm getting choked up. So I'm going to smoke this out, put this all over the lid, and I am kind of taking it into the crease, but I don't want to overcome those colors we put in the crease. Just making sure it's blended together. Time to take off the tape. Hurts a little bit, but you see how sharp that is because we use the tape. Now I'm going in with my Starlook Eye Liner. I believe this came in one of my BoxyCharm boxes. I actually really like this. I love that the fine tip is really precise and really pointy, so you can go thin or thick because the actual felt tip does get a little thicker at the bottom. I wanted a really thin line, so you see I'm drawing it really thin. I'm starting out at the outer corner and then just dragging that in, and I'm trying to get a little closer so that you can see, but I do not do good with filming liner, lashes, or mascara because I have to get so close to the mirror. It's just ridiculous. So now I'm going to use these Ardell lashes. I didn't even attempt to film that because I suck at that, because I told you I've got to get really close to the camera. So now I'm going in with that MAC powder that I mentioned in the intro. And I wanted the inner corner of the eye to be bright just because the lid is so dark. So I'm putting that only on the inner corner, and then I'm going to use a black eyeliner and smoke out or just line the bottom lower lash line. I'm using the Wet n Wild one. I do not suggest it, especially if you have watery eyes like I do. It runs, it just irritates your eyes if you have sensitive eyes, so I don't recommend it. I'm still on the hunt for a perfect black eyeliner, so I'm just lining the entire lower lash line. Moving on to the face, I'm using my Becca Matte Primer. Love this stuff for when I'm particularly oily, which is usually all the time. And now I'm going in with my Dior Star Foundation. I love this foundation. I actually did a full review on this, so I will link that down below. It is really florally, and it is a bit expensive. I think it was $50, but I like it. I've grown to love it. It's lasted me a couple of months. So I'm just using my Real Techniques foundation brush. I'm trying to get in a better habit of linking all the brushes I use down below. So I'll link that down below. So I'm using this foundation brush. I love Real Techniques brushes. I'm using that, and I'm putting that all over the face. Now I'm going with my Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. So we've got kind of like a high-end, affordable look here. So I've got Dior for foundation, and then a nice drugstore concealer, and I'm putting that all under the eyes, and I'm just going to use that and blend it in. I like to start with first using to blend my fingers, then I'm going in with my Real Techniques beauty sponge to blend that out. And just take your time here, especially when you go particularly, I like a really bright under the eyes, so I go a lot of shades lighter than what I am, but I really take my time to blend it out. So what I do is I blend it out, and then I take that foundation brush, I don't put any more product on it, and I just blend around the edges, and then go back and blend with your beauty blender. So that's how you really blend out that lightness, but it still gives a nice bright effect. So now I'm taking a powder brush. I think this is a Sonia Kashuk brush. Again, another affordable brush that I love. And I am just blending that out even more with some Ben Nye setting powder. I have to do this step. I'm not particularly baking. I'm just blending everything out. Now I'm going in with this bronzer. This is a blackberry bronzer. Sorry if you can hear my dog in the background. He's going crazy, kind of having a fit. So I'm going in with my bronzer, and I'm just contouring the nose. I didn't want to do a full contour today. I don't particularly normally contour my entire face, but I do contour my nose because I think it just fits the shape of my face. So I used my Sephora contour brush to blend that out. I love that brush. Going in with this NARS blush, I just wanted a nice like berry effect on the cheeks. So I'm just going to put a little bit of that. I love this blush. I've had it for a while now. Blend that out. And now I'm going back in with that MAC powder that I used on the lower lash line, and I'm going to highlight a bit. You can see, you have to be careful. I'm using a MAC fan brush. This stuff is so pigmented. You just need very little of it, and it just gives you a nice sheen. So I put that on the bridge of my nose, chin, and my high points of my cheekbones. I love this stuff. And I actually really like that MAC fan brush. It's huge, but it really does the job and does a great job of just adding the right amount of coverage that you need. So I just love it. I love that powder. Now I'm going in with this MAC lipstick. I don't know the name, but I know it's a satin finish. I love it. It's like a berry, kind of like a light berry pink color. And then I'm going to take a light lip gloss. You can use any lip gloss you have. The one I'm going to use, it's came in a MAC Christmas gift set a couple years ago. It's a really pale pink. And I'm going to use that and just put that on the center of the lid. And this just adds some luminosity to the lips. And it actually makes your lips look a little more plump than they are. So you have little bitty lips like I do. This is an awesome trick to do. Just place that in the center, and it just makes your lips look more pouty. And then, of course, we've got to fix the hair so that I can vamp and show you the final look. I hope you enjoyed. Have a great Valentine's Day, and I'll talk to you soon. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Pardon. Finished filming this smoky eye look. Well, I did the full face. So just finished filming. Ugh.